If you want to raise wages for American workers, you can't flood the country with tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of foreign workers.
You also do have to bring in talent.
We have plenty of talented people here.
No, you don't.
We don't have talented people here?
No, you don't have certain talents, and people have to learn. You can't take people off an unemployment line and say, I'm going to put you into a factory where we're going to make missiles.
That was Donald Trump just a couple of days ago on Fox News. And I thought he had an America First agenda, but he doesn't think that we have talent here in this country. We have to import it from elsewhere, despite the fact that we're experiencing a brain drain in the United States. Highly educated, qualified people are fleeing this country, particularly folks who work in medical research and in science, because funding for their research is being cut. Their research is being threatened by the fascist Project 2025 agenda. Not only that, but the Republicans earlier this year, with the big, nasty, bloated budget bill, have made it incredibly difficult for Americans to get college degrees, graduate degrees, medical degrees, law degrees. There have been significant changes in the way that student loans work. The caps now mean that it is virtually impossible for somebody who does not have generational wealth to be able to go to medical school, to be able to go to graduate school and get a PhD. Donald Trump has never cared about us here in America. He's never cared about putting America first or making America great. If he did, he would promote education. He would promote research. He would do what he could to court and keep our intellectuals, our scientists, our researchers in this country. And it's not just educated folks, right? This concept of talent at all. You heard the disdain in his voice, right? With this no, we don't. We don't have talented people here in this country. That is what he truly thinks of Americans. This man has never given a shit about any of y'all. Also, do you notice the way that he's thinking? Donald Trump has had this kind of gray, smoggy, heavy industrial, belching, coal smoke out of factories kind of mentality of what greatness is, because he thinks back to the Gilded Age when America was the robber barons living in their gold-plated mansions, living in just disgusting extreme levels of opulence while they exploited their laborers and polluted the U.S. That's what Donald Trump wants to return to. He's always had this kind of dark, heavy, industrial vision of what greatness is, where we all have black lung and we work 14-hour days on an assembly line. And you really saw that in this interview come to the forefront. You really saw the way that his mind works, as feeble as it is. In this moment where he's not actually sundowning on camera, you get a little window into what he thinks of American workers, of the American people. He thinks we're talentless. He thinks that we're all in unemployment lines. Do you know why Americans have been in unemployment lines? Because you fucked the economy. You fired over 100,000 federal workers. You've tanked the economy. There are more people looking for work than there are job openings because of you, Donald Trump, because of the Republicans. But he wants to pull people out of the unemployment line and have them make missiles. That's what he thinks talent is in this country. That's what he thinks greatness is. You being a cog in the industrial machine to make weapons of war for him, for his manufactured conflicts. That's what Donald Trump wants for the future of this country.